Welcome to my tutorial about how to get back to the overworld in the event that your portal is blown out and you don't have a flint and steel to reignite it. So in this tutorial, I'll be talking about the things that work, the things that don't work, and how to prevent this kind of thing from happening again. So you've come to the Nether, and one thing led to another, and your portal has been blown out. This usually happens due to like a gas attack or something like that, and you've accidentally left your flint and steel back home, or you just threw it into the lava for some reason, and there's no way for you to get back to the overworld. Now, there are several ways of reigniting your Nether portal in the event of not having flint and steel. Now, the first way to reignite your Nether portal is to actually use a fire charge. To make a fire charge, you can use gunpowder, coal or charcoal, and blaze powder. And the advantage of using these three things is that they can all be found within the Nether. Gunpowder can come from ghasts, wither skeletons can drop coal, and blazes will drop blaze rods, which can be converted into blaze powder. And when you combine all three of these things, you will get 3 fire charges. And you'll also have the added bonus of not actually needing a crafting table to make this, so you can just use this in your own personal crafting. And come over here, right click on it. Works exactly the same as a flint and steel, only it's a one use. Now the next method I'm going to show you of how to reignite your portal is to actually use the attack from the blaze. Now if you're lucky enough to have a blaze spawn near your portal, make sure that when he's ready to attack, you are near your portal, and hopefully with some good aiming on his part, he'll be able to ignite the portal itself. Okay. Making sure that you've got a good position for him in order to shoot you. There we go. Okay, let's take this guy out. Sorry, buddy. Get on. Now, the third way of reigniting your portal is to use a gas attack. Whoa, 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 buddy. Much like how you do it with the blaze. Oh, geez, settle down! There we go. Oh my gosh! I put a lot of time and effort into making that. And you also have to be careful because their attacks can then re-blow out your portal again. So I've shown you how to do it with a fire charge, I've shown you how to do it with a blaze, and I've shown you how to do it with a ghast. The last way of reigniting your Nether portal can be done one of two ways. If you have a bucket or two of lava, and the Nether certainly has plenty of lava, just fill in a 1x2 trough just in front of your portal. Okay? And then add some kindling, like wood. Now what will happen is that the lava will ignite the wood or anything else that you put here that is flammable, and hopefully that will ignite your portal. By placing dirt or another material here that is non-burnable, like stone or cobblestone, it will actually prevent the fire from spawning around the area that you don't want it to. And if you put dirt or cobblestone or stone on top of your kindling, which are these two blocks here, it will prevent the fire from starting at the very top. So having your kindling surrounded and covered with a non-burnable block will mean that fire will only burn on this side over here, which will hopefully reignite your portal. There we go. It does take time sometimes, and different actual blocks will burn in different ways, but as you can see, worked quite well. Now if you don't have the dirt to cover the blocks over and around, do be careful because these blocks around can catch on fire, and if you're low on health, you can be set alight, so keep that in mind. Now the other method, if you're unlucky enough not to have any buckets, and you still need to get the portal set alight, you can create a trough with a nearby supply of lava. So find a lava source and dig like a moat there. Lava will travel 7 blocks away from the original source, as opposed to in the overworld, where it is only 3 blocks away from the original source. You get yourself your wood. Same setup as before. Like that. And, how do I get over to see? We wait for the lava to set it alight. Now, as I said before, covering the kindling will stop the fire from spawning on top of the actual block, which would burn it out. Putting blocks around your kindling will stop the fire from igniting any netherrack which may be near. And keeping it open just to this side will mean that the fire will hopefully spawn on the obsidian. Keep in mind you want to keep the lava as close to the kindling as possible, so have the kindling just one block above it. And there we have it. That took about, I don't know, a couple of minutes to get that ignited. Wasn't too bad. Okay, so I've compiled a list of things which are flammable and which I would probably recommend using as kindling in order to reignite your portal. So the first things we have here are wood planks, slabs, fence gates, fences, and wooden stairs. All of these can be set alight. Now, the fence posts themselves, I think it's because of the size of the hitbox or just the shape of them, they took a very long time to catch alight in the tests that I did. These 5 blocks have an encouragement of 5 and a flammability of 20. Now, the way that works, encouragement is the block's ability to sustain adjacent fire, so that is very important. Flammability is how quickly that block will catch alight when fire is not adjacent but could spread there, so just to keep in mind of the numbers. Okay, so the wood and coal block have an encouragement of 5 as well as a flammability of 5. But out of all the tests I did, I couldn't get the coal block to set alight using lava. It's okay with flint and steel or a fire charge, but lava would not set a coal block on fire. Next to them, we have leaves blocks of any variety and wool of any color. Leaves and wool have an encouragement of 30 and a flammability of 60. Now, all the tests that I did, the leaves didn't need a roof on the top of them in order to protect them from catching alight. For some reason, they just would not burn on top, but they had no problem burning out to the side. Next, we have bookshelves with encouragement of 30 and a flammability of 20. After bookshelves, we have TNT and vines with an encouragement of 15 and a flammability of 100. Vines worked really well on all the tests that I did, and yes, it is possible to reignite your nether portal using TNT, but I would recommend to be very careful and to be very quick off the mark, because if you don't have the TNT covered like I did in the experiment over there, they can actually set alight. If they have a little roof on top, they won't ignite and they won't explode. Now, if you don't have a roof on top, you need to be sure to remove the TNT after it has ignited the portal, because there is a chance that the TNT could ignite itself and explode, blowing out your portal once again, which is not what we want. And after that, we had hay bales and carpet, both with encouragement of 60 and flammability of 20. Now, the hay bale, no matter what I did, just like the block of coal, would not ignite with lava. Flint and steel, fire and charger, yes, it would ignite, but lava, for some reason, won't ignite a hay bale. Carpet, on the other hand, worked very well, just like the vines. And it is possible to put the roof again on top of your carpet to prevent the carpet from burning out. You are also able to use chests as a form of kindling as well. And finally, the sponge and the sign. Apparently in the Pocket Edition, both of these items are flammable, but you are more than welcome to use signs in the PC Edition as well. So just keep that in mind if you're using the Pocket Edition. So those are the ways to reignite your nether portal. Now, I do want to show you guys, it is possible to use TNT to reignite a portal, because it sounds crazy, but it's absolutely true. So much like we did before, make sure you have lava underneath your kindling, put the TNT on top, cover the TNT to prevent it from exploding if you're lucky enough to have something to cover it, otherwise it might not work. The TNT may ignite and might blow out your nether portal. There we go, that's it. TNT just reignited your nether portal. And I'd probably recommend getting rid of that TNT as quickly as possible before it has a chance to explode. Okay, stop the presses. Whoa. Something I just discovered, which I'm adding to this video, is that in nether forts, it is possible for flint and steel to spawn within the chests. And what else you can find? Just iron ingots. So you find yourself an iron ingot, you find yourself some gravel, which is loads of it all over the nether, and you dig until you get yourself a piece of flint. And there we go. Flint and steel can now be made within the nether. Okay, now onto the things that won't reignite a nether portal. This is a fireworks star. It will not work. A nether star won't work, blaze powder won't work, a blaze rod won't work, a bow with flame shot into the portal will not reignite a portal, unfortunately, though I think that is a missed opportunity. Pouring lava directly onto the portal won't reignite it, unfortunately. No redstone or redstone product will reignite your portal, unfortunately. Setting fire to blocks and dropping them into your portal, so it just won't reignite your portal. Setting fire to yourself and walking into the portal won't work either. Setting fire to a mob and forcing them into the portal won't ignite it either, unfortunately. And I'm sorry, Betsy, but we have to do this in order for science. Come on. See? I know, I'm sorry. And detonating TNT won't work in igniting a nether portal either. In fact, it does the opposite. It will blow out a nether portal if it is alight. So be careful with TNT and nether portals. And another thing that won't work is using the spits or the pieces of amber like that come out of the lava. That won't reignite your nether portal as well. What I would recommend is having a chest nearby your portal. Always have a backup flint and steel when you've established your first nether portal. So that way, in the event that it does get blown out, you've got an emergency kit that you can come to in order to be able to rescue yourself in a bad situation. It's just planning ahead, isn't it? So that is my helpful hint to you in order to make sure that you don't get stuck in the nether. And if you do find yourself stuck in the nether, there are 4 different ways in order to get out of the nether. That is using a fire charge from the resources within the nether, using kindling in order to reignite the nether portal, using a ghast or a blaze to reignite your portal as well. Thank you for watching this tutorial, everybody. Take care of yourselves and each other. Another thing that won't work is placing a flammable block within the nether portal and setting it alight.